Mm. Good day, good day, good day, everyone. Welcome to Morning Sip with Rev Melissa. I am Rev Melissa, and SIP stands for Spirit in Practice, where we practice because practice makes progress. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So I just got back from the gym, haven't been there for about a week, and it was good to be back in one of my favorite classes, my strength training class, where we get to lift weights and do all of that wonderfulness. So it felt good, Linda. It felt good to move about and lift some weights. So I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. Hope you got some rest or whatever it is that you wanted to get accomplished for yourself. I hope that you were able to do that. So we are in a new week, and I realized this morning that in about 2 weeks, it will be April 6th, which is the anniversary of Morning Sit with Rev Melissa. So the first show was April 6th, 2020. So we'll be completing 5 years, starting our sixth year of Morning Sip. I cannot believe that, Pamela, that we are moving into year six really soon. So I'm starting to think about like what I want to do differently. And so I'm just letting that marinate and asking for divine guidance around that. So it's been we had our judgment series last week, and apparently that resonated with many people who check out the show. I got a number of text messages about how it was helpful to folks to move through what can sometimes be regarded as negative feelings. And I'm so grateful that it resonated and that some folks were able to just process where they are, especially with feelings of judgment, and to move into forgiveness. So I gave you all a challenge last week, the challenge of forgiveness, which is if you are feeling whatever you're feeling, if you're in the feeling tone of the emotion of judgment, the assignment was to practice I forgive myself for judging, and you could put in whoever's name it is. I forgive myself for judging my neighbor as rude. I'm just making that up because I have fabulous neighbors. Thank goodness for that. I forgive myself for judging myself as a procrastinator. That's a good one, right? And you just keep going and going and going, just writing them out, saying them out loud until you are emptied of it, until you just get to a point where you feel like you have exhausted, you have exhausted um, the judgments about whatever. And a lot of times what happens is you think you're judging something or someone, and before you know it, you have a whole list of people that you're saying, I forgive myself for judging Bob, Bill, Joe, Cynthia, a whole list of people, right? And that's just beautiful. That's just beautiful because it's just allowing you to to process it, to see it, to be with it, to feel it, to release it, to forgive it, and move forward move forward from where that judgment was holding you. Because that's what judgments do. Another aspect of judgment is it holds us. It holds us in a particular place in our consciousness, place in our heart, and it's difficult to move forward. So I'm going to leave it there. I see you, Fee. Fee said the judgment series was helpful. Thank you for the assignment reminder. I'm on it today. Wonderful. So we got a couple of assignments that we are building upon for 2025, right? So one is our quality, right? To be, embody, feel, experience, express our quality that we chose for 2025, that high vibration quality that we have made a commitment to experiencing, embodying, and expressing more fully this year. And our assignments around that is to say it as an affirmation every day throughout the day, to write it down a certain number of times every day. You decide how many times a day. To uh create affirmations that are a demonstration of your quality. And I think I'll share some examples this week as we go along. I'll share some examples of what I mean by that, and to imagine it, like to paint a picture for yourself and use your imagination to have those experiences within yourself, because we know that everything is created from within and gets expressed without. So that's one of our assignments, right? Our qualities, owning, being, embodying our qualities. And then our second is our no complaints, right? No complaints. How long can you go without complaining? And sometimes I'm on a roll and I'm like, yes, I'm jamming no complaints. I'm jamming no complaints. And then in complaint land, in complaint land. And judgment and complaint are siblings. They are so related to each other. So when I was having my period of judgment, I was also experiencing complaining, complaining. And so it's okay. It's about awareness and then moving forward, doing something about it, right? So we got our quality and then we have our no complaining. And now we're adding forgiveness. I forgive myself for judging Bill as unsupportive. I forgive myself for judging myself as uncaring, as an example. Okay. And another powerful writing that we can do for ourselves. And then a couple of sips ago, maybe last month in February, I had mentioned the power of completions and creations, right? And so every month we consciously choose our intentions for that month. So you sit down, you have a meeting with yourself, right? And you say, what are the things that I would like to accomplish, complete this month, right? And it doesn't mean that you finish a whole project. Like let's say the thing you want to complete is a book, right? I'm not saying that you're going to write a book in a month. What I am saying is that you will make progress, because we know that practice makes progress. So maybe your intention is I will write 5 minutes every day for the month of April, right? And then you keep track, because it's important to hold ourselves accountable. So you could keep track through your phone. You could have a wall calendar and you just check it off. You could create a checklist for yourself and check it off. My intention for April is to exercise 6 days a week, whatever it is. One of mine for April is to um to it's around my intermittent fasting, because I've kind of fell off my intermittent fasting. So my intention for April is to commit to my intermittent fasting because it works for me. So we're approaching April. So what are your intentions for April? So start to just think about that. Just start to think about that. Set a bedtime intention for clarity about April, the things that you would like to accomplish and make progress in. So we're in March. We're ending March very soon. Yesterday was my mother and my aunt's birthday. My mother's a twin, and yesterday was their 85th birthday. Oh, God is good, y'all. God is good. I'm so grateful to have my mother and my aunt still here on this plane and that they're healthy and and they're good, they're good, they're good. And they live together. So that's the cutest thing ever, twins living together with their brother in Brooklyn and a brownstone. So it's a very nice situation. So they're not isolated, they have each other. And so we're celebrating this Sunday, having a Sunday brunch for the two of them. And my brother's flying in and my cousin's flying in. And, all their children will be with them. And I know that's the greatest gift that we can give them is to be present with them and celebrate them. So that made me think, oh, wow, we're almost complete with March. And so what I'm going to do this week is go look at my list of intentions and do inventory. Just assess. Just assess. What did I complete? What didn't I complete? The things that I didn't complete, are there really things that I'm ever going to complete? Right? And those things I put on a different list, right? And I move forward. It might be something huge that I want to get completed, but it's probably not going to happen. Any of it is not going to happen um, in the next month. So it's like my dream list, if you wish, right? If you will, a wish list. How about that? So get your list of your intentions for March that you set at the end of February or the beginning of March and see where you are. See what you want to carry over, see what you want to set new intentions for to keep moving forward, right? So that's what we're moving into as we move out of March. What did we complete? And then April, what are we creating? What are our new intentions for April? So I just want to remind us, and then I'll get back to some of your sharing in the comments. Completion begins with recording what's happened. Completion begins with recording what's happened. I cannot emphasize the importance of writing these things down. When you write down your intentions, what you are working on, the things that you are desiring to make progress on, it increases the likelihood that you will do it just by writing it down because it activates our brain in a certain way and we hold it in our consciousness in a certain way. So writing it down is so powerful. Let's see. Record any challenges. Did you have any challenges in March? So be aware what those challenges were so that you can address them and and um and transform whatever those challenges were. Be gentle and kind with yourself as you go through the process. Pay attention to any synchronicities. I love synchronicities. So pay attention to any um any synchronicities that happen. And then for the creation part, ask yourself what one word describes the month. And so for most of us, we could pick one of our qualities. You could set the tone for your month. This month, my feeling tone is abundance. This month, my feeling tone is focus. So, whatever it is for you, or it could be your quality, not to complicate it, right? Pick your quality. Pick one of your qualities for the feeling tone for April. right? We're in spring, it could be a feeling tone of blossoming, a feeling tone of bliss, a feeling tone of new beginnings, whatever it is. So, and write that down. Write that down. All right. So that I'm referring to an article that was in the Science of Mind magazine, October of 2009, and it was really about prosperity, and it was under the heading of completions and creations that we can apply to every area of our life. All right, so today I just wanted to do like a little recap um, of where we are because we're about to end the first quarter of the year. And it's good to take a assessment of where we are, where we're going, how we're doing, and all of those things in between. All right? All right. So let me check in with y'all. Fee said, I can relate. I believe myself to be doing so well with no complaints. And this morning I'm on the phone with my sister and I digress. Yes, but see, we could catch ourselves. That's the thing. We catch ourselves and we course correct. Beautiful. Can we add that you're adding value in April inside of Fee King's Her Story community in the form of a speaker? Oh, yes, we can, Fee King. I will be speaking in Fee King's Her Story community on Facebook. It's a Facebook group that Fee created called Her Story. And it really is a place to support writers, creatives, artists, anything that you want to create. It's a wonderful space to get support and to share. Thank you for that, Fee. And we got to settle on the date for that so I could share that. Thank you. Happy Born Day. What a reading it is to have your mom. Yes, it is a blessing to have my mom and my aunt. Yes, yes. I will let them know that you wish them happy birthday, Fee. All right. Is there anything? Oh, I did want to share one last thing. So I referenced this book a couple of times, Finding Water by Julian Cameron, and she wrote The Artist's Way. And this is part of her trilogy of the Artist's Way journey. And it's a wonderful book. She's very vulnerable, very transparent, very authentic about her process as a writer and the challenges that she faces. She even shares about having a nervous breakdown, and I mean, she is very transparent. And one of the things that she says in the book is about getting things with our writing specifically. If you call yourself a writer, what do? You write, and you write every day, right? Even if it's just for 5 minutes, even if it's just for 30 seconds, even if it's just a sentence, you write every day. And she talks a lot about laying track, right? And so for her, laying track is making progress in my world. Laying track is making progress. And we make progress by taking small steps. Small steps. It's always more beneficial to do something consistently in small steps than to do one giant thing once a week. What's the example of that? It's much more effective for your body, let's say, to exercise, let's say 10 minutes a day, than to wait until one day, Saturday, Sunday, and do an hour, do 2 hours. It's way more beneficial. You get way more out of it if you do it consistently every day for 10 minutes than to wait until one day and do 2 hours. So I'm on the same page with Julia with that regard. We make progress through our practice. And so I wanted to share this one thing that she says about that very thing. Okay. So she's sharing about a very dark period of time that she's going through. And she says, when we are at our bleakest, we often know better. On my blackest days, I remember my sunny days. It is just that I doubt that I will ever get back to them. At times like this, continuity and consistency are the keys to winning through. Tiny positive actions yield large results. Tiny positive actions yield large results. And so we must look to the small and the doable rather than the large and the seemingly unfixable. We must look to the small and the doable rather than to the large and seemingly unfixable. So that's what I'm saying in a nutshell. Take a small leap. Take a small leap and be consistent. Be consistent. Tiny positive actions. So when you think about April and the intentions that you're setting yourself for April, the progress is in the tiny positive actions. The power is in the consistency. It is in the continuity and in the consistency. So that's what we're going to be guiding ourselves through in our time with ourselves, during your spiritual mind treatment, your spiritual practice, maybe during some quiet time that you carve out for yourself, maybe setting your timer to 5 minutes and just going within and see what wants to be known for you for April. And looking at March. Where am I? How am I doing? What have I completed? What have I not completed? What were my challenges? What have I learned? Move forward, release, forgive yourself for what you didn't get done. I forgive myself for judging myself as lazy. I forgive myself for judging myself as a procrastinator. I forgive myself for judging myself as Miss Do It All, whatever it is, right? So we could just clear the slate and start anew right where we are, right where we are. All right, y'all. All right. So let's get into some joy news. Tomorrow, Wednesday at 9:45, I think I got to check in with Sekou because he's doing his thing in LA. So I may be on Sekou's show tomorrow at 9:45, Get Rich 101, where we're talking about prosperity, money, the stock market, and all of those wonderful things. So Get Rich 101, 9:45 a.m. You could check out Sekou Writes Monday through Fridays at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time. Just follow him on Sekou Writes. Go to his YouTube channel. That's the easiest way to find him. Sekou Writes. And then on Thursday, I'm on another podcast by my friend Eugene Holden. It is called the Academy of Self Mastery. And oh no, not this Thursday. Last Wednesday. Oh, I'm getting my days mixed up. I think it was Thursday. So last Thursday was the debut of the podcast. So check that out. You could go to the YouTube channel, the Academy of Self Mastery, and you will see the episode there. And so there are two other hosts, and so we're rotating. So I will be back. We will all be together the last Wednesday in April, I think. Anyway, y'all, I'll let y'all know. So it's been wonderful doing this podcast with him. So that's happening. Also, Wednesday is our community cafe. And so join us at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Tomorrow's cafe is being facilitated by one of our practitioners at Rockland CSL, where I am the spiritual leader. You can go to rocklandcsl.org, and the information is there to join us for free for a community cafe. And it's just an opportunity to connect, to share, to get prayed up. It's just a wonderful moment in the middle of the week to just refuel, just to refuel with positive, uplifting people in community. So that is also happening tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And as we move into April, we're going to be celebrating Linda. Linda's birthday is in April. Linda, what day is your birthday in April? April's also Morning Sip. Our anniversary for Spirit and Practice Morning Sip with Rev Melissa is April 6th. So that whole week will be our joy week, and we'll do something fun. If you want to be on the show, that would be a wonderful week to be on the show. So let me know. Send me a direct message at iamrevmelissa on Facebook or Instagram, and you could be on the show. So I'm looking forward to that joy week, the week of April 6th. Oh, Linda, maybe you could come on the show for your birthday, April 10th. I don't know what day of the week that is, but we're going to do some fun things to celebrate this milestone, this accomplishment. I don't think we celebrate enough our accomplishments, even our accomplishments as we go along, right? So celebrate what you completed in March. Celebrate it, even if it was just a teeny weeny baby step. Celebrate it. Celebrate it. All right, y'all. I think that's all I'm going to share today. So just to recap, we are towards the end of March. We are assessing our completions for the month. What intentions did you set for March, and where are you with it? Right? So we're just taking inventory. And then we're just planting the seeds for April. What are the things that you would like to make progress on in April? And we're just writing it down. We're just writing it down. And so we do these check-ins at the beginning of the month and towards the end of the month. All right? All right, y'all. So I will see you all tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, for another episode of Morning Sip with Rev Melissa. And we'll see where we go tomorrow. We'll see what series is percolating in the universe there that lands. And I'll share tomorrow. If you have any questions, if you need any support with your completions, with your creations, if you're looking for a spiritual life coach, here I am. I'll be wrapping up my second group today. Oh my God. Today is our last session of my spiritual life coaching group. And I'll be starting a new group. So I'll share that on Friday when the new group is going to be starting. But it's been amazing. So if you want to work with me and you thrive in a group environment, because some people thrive in a group environment, if it's more affordable for you to work with me in a group, you're more than welcome. So I'll be sharing more information about that. It's a group of 8, and we meet once a week for about an hour, and it is fantastic. So you get support, you get coaching, you get a lot of interaction with people who are on this spiritual path as well. So we are building a community, and we are supporting each other. So more about that. So peace and blessings, everybody. Peace and justice. We are living life in joy, connected to our yes.